What's up, everybody?
I'm Jackson.
I'm Kenny.
And we are
JK Builders. If you're new to the channel and you love Lego, you should definitely subscribe. And if you wouldn't mind hitting the like button, it helps out the channel a whole bunch, and it's very much appreciated. Today we're doing something a little bit different. We're doing something that we have never done before.
Never.
If you've watched our videos, you know that we plan on collecting all of the old Lego modular sets. Unfortunately, we got to the game late. We didn't start collecting modulars until like, what, 2020?
Yeah.
2019, something like that?
The first one that we got was the...
Corner Garage.
Yeah, Corner Garage.
Yeah. So there are a lot of old modulars that we did not purchase. And so now in order to get them, you either have to spend a ton of money buying them off of eBay or some third party, or you can do what we did and you can build one from parts that you get from Bricklink or from your collection of spare parts. So today we're going to be reviewing the Lego Creator Expert Modular Fire Brigade.
And there it is.
Whoa!
Yeah.
So in today's video, we're going to be doing a review of the Fire Brigade, and we're also going to be talking about our experience in ordering all of the parts individually off Bricklink and building the set without the box, without the instructions, and without the official parts. I can't really say that it was the best experience of my life. It was actually quite difficult. So one of the things that we did was I pulled the list of parts for this set off of Rebrickable. Now that list of parts, I didn't double check. I didn't do an inventory check. I didn't make sure that all of those parts were the right ones. I just kind of took Rebrickable's word for it and I ordered all of the parts. The original purchase that I made was right around $200, and I thought that was just a steal. This set retails for more like $600 if you buy it new from like eBay or Bricklink. So building this for a third of the cost was amazing. I thought that was great.
But it wasn't.
There's a few things I didn't take into consideration. Number one, the list of parts I got from Bricklink was wrong. It didn't include all the parts, and it had some parts that were just completely wrong. It didn't even go to the set. So when I got my shipments, I was getting a bunch of pieces that I didn't need, and I was missing pieces. So I didn't get very far along in the set before I realized that, and I had to stop. And I had only covered like the top of the base plate.
Yeah, you only got like right here.
I'd maybe done like 50
right
pieces at the most.
Yeah.
So I had to stop everything. I had to go back. I did a complete inventory. I had to go through every single piece that I had and mark whether I had it or not. And then I had to do a whole nother order. I think I spent like another $100. So even still, we got it for half the price.
Yeah, $300.
If I was into it about $300, that's still half of the cost of buying it new off of eBay. However, the other thing I didn't consider was whether or not the parts I was getting were new or used. And a lot of pieces,
they were used.
A lot of the pieces were used, and a lot of the pieces I got were not the best quality.
Like,
I don't know.
These
We'll show them. We'll show them later.
Okay, I'm just saying.
But yeah, a lot of the bluish gray pieces that I got were stained. They were tanned. Some of them were dirty. I don't know what's up with some of these places on Bricklink selling their used parts. Just completely disgusting and stained.
Oh my gosh, they're so disgusting.
It's really kind of frustrating.
They're green. Ones back here are green.
Yeah,
and they're supposed to be bluish grayish. Or bluish gray. Yeah,
I don't know if they're stained because of light. I don't know if it's because there's like whoever owned them was a smoker or if they're just old, but some of them were pretty gross.
It's really
and
sad.
That was unfortunate. So there were some, the really bad ones I ordered again. So I got new ones. But there are some in here that are still stained, and that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. It's going to go in our city. Most of them are on the sides because of the light bluish gray. So they are going to be hidden from view. There's a few of the skinny ones here that I can see that are a little discolored, but all in all, it's a very cool set. So we're going to break it apart and we'll go over all the details of the set itself to give you our full review. Okay, here it is, the Fire Brigade. The other thing that I didn't mention is we didn't get any of the minifigs.
Oh, minifigs.
Yeah, so we're going to have to order those separately to get the minifigs. So again, when you think about it, you know, we spent $300. Technically, it's a used set, and we didn't have any minifigs. We don't have the box. We don't have the instructions. So, you know, it really makes you question whether or not it was worth it doing it this way.
It was worth it. I mean, you got the set, and it was normally $600, and we got it for half the price.
I know, but it's used with no minifigs, no box, and no instructions.
What do you mean used?
The pieces are used.
True.
Yeah.
I mean, wouldn't some of them be used anyway?
If we bought it used?
Yeah.
Anyway, let's check out the set, and we'll give you a full review of it. So yeah, you got the Fire Brigade, the fire station, of course. So it does come with this cool little fire truck. Now this fire truck, I am still missing a couple of pieces. One is the light bluish gray tile that goes along the top of here. I have that in the basement, so that's not a problem. I think that's the only one I'm missing here.
Wait, right here?
It goes along the top of this red right here.
Okay, right there.
Cool little fire truck though. Not anything too special. It's got the ladder there on that side. It has the hoses on this side. It has a little light here. It has a couple of seats, a dash and a steering wheel. It kind of has a cool little grill there on the front. Kind of an old school looking fire truck. It's got the fire extinguishers there in the back. A couple of poles there. Nothing too crazy, but it is nice that it fits on the inside. And then the station does have the door that comes all the way down and closes up with the truck on the inside. Pretty cool. Now this is, like I said, this is an older set. I know a lot of you already have it, so we'll just be kind of quick. Now one of the things I thought was kind of crummy was this tree on the outside. I'm not a huge fan of this tree. It's kind of cheap and a little bit disappointing looking.
I mean, what can you expect from like a 1900 set?
Yeah, it's not that
Lego.
old. I know it says 1932, but it's not that old.
That's when Lego came out, just for people who don't know.
So it has a little 3 here on the driveway. These posts here so you don't run into the walls. A couple lights here above that. You got the helmets that are in gold here with the axes and hammers to show that it is a fire station. Of course, you have the lamp pole, which we will move once we put it in the city. Here you have this little like emergency bell or siren or something, I assume is what that is.
I thought it was a mailbox.
It could be a mailbox too, I don't know. You got the flag on the flagpole. Now that I think looks a little silly as well. It just looks really kind of, you know, cheap and not detailed for being an American flag, but...
Again, I don't know what you can expect from a set like this.
It is what it is. I do really like how they did the bricks though. The red with the light bluish gray, I think looks really cool. And how the gray actually kind of stands out a little bit further. I don't know if you can tell in the video.
It does.
And then it has these grill pieces above the window as details. Really cool. It has the railing that goes along this window. And then like Jackson mentioned, it has the 1932. I knew this was on the set, but when I built it, I was like, what the heck am I building? I had no idea. And it was kind of a pain in the butt. But then I put it up there, I'm like, oh yeah, I completely forgot. Yeah, so coming around the side, I don't know if you can tell in the video, a lot of these light bluish gray pieces are a little bit stained. They're tanned, which is unfortunate, like I say, but again, it is what it is. Back here you have this huge door that opens up so that you can actually pull all the way through the fire station if you'd like, through the front or the back. Nice big windows, cool little archways. Again, you got more stained bricks. These plates that go along here are definitely stained. I think you can probably see that in the video. Kind of a bummer. Up here on the top, you have the bell. You know, before I built this, I thought this bell was a solid piece, but it's actually a brick built. It's built out of gold pieces, which is kind of cool, and it's hanging from the string, so it does actually move.
I think it's cool how they made it with the bowl piece at the bottom.
Yeah.
It's a bowl.
Yeah, I had no idea that's how it was built until I actually did it. They have the nice little peak here with the spire, and then you have this water tank right here on the top as well. And then you have this door that you can actually access from the inside. That's how you get to the roof. So pretty cool little details. I think it's really fun looking. You know, it's one of those iconic sets that you definitely notice when you see it in a city. You know that's the fire station, and you know that it's the Lego official modular fire station. So let's break it apart and check out the inside. All right, on the inside, there's really not a whole ton of details, but there's just a few. Over here on the wall, you have the helmets for the firefighters, and you have a couple fire extinguishers there. You have a oxygen tank, and then you have the fire pole for the firemen to slide down. Of course, you have the driveway where the truck goes. You got just some industrial kind of looking stuff there with some tools. And then that is really just about it. Clock on the wall, and of course, you got the door that goes up and down, which is pretty cool how they did that. But other than that, there's not a whole lot, you know. They definitely could have added a lot more detail on the inside of here. I know a lot of the older modular buildings are lacking in detail, and this one is really no different. The next floor is a little bit better, though, so we'll check that out. On the second floor of the fire station, you have kind of the hangout area. So this is where the firefighters would hang out while they're living and waiting for, you know, some type of an emergency to happen. So you do have a refrigerator. You have a kitchen area with a stove, looks like a microwave. Has a range hood and a sink, and some drawers for storage. And then you have the pole that when the bell goes off, they can slide down that pole and go to the fire truck. You have a couch, and you have a ping pong table, a couple of paddles here that you can take off, and then the ping pong ball. Pretty cool how they did that. Nice little build, kind of fun. And then you got just a little like armoire right there that they could hang their clothes or something in. And then that is really about it. So a few fun things, nice little hangout area, and a place for the firefighters to wait until the bell rings and duty calls. Over here it does have the stairs, and those lead up to the roof, to that hatch that we saw before right there. And that opens up so they have access to the roof. So that is pretty much the details of the fire brigade. All right, Jackson, the fire brigade. What are some of the things that you like about this modular building?
Well, I really like all of the stuff in the second floor, how it has like the ping pong table, it has that kitchen, and the rest of the fire pole. I really like the bluish gray with the red.
Yeah, nice contrast.
Yeah, and how they did like the brown bricks right here.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, I think it looks really good. Like I said, this is one of those iconic sets. If you collect modular buildings, it's one that you have to own. Now to really discuss whether or not it was worth it ordering the parts off Bricklink. If you're going to do it, I know you can save a lot of money doing it. But if you're going to do it, first of all, the number one thing you got to do is make sure you have the right list of parts.
Yes.
Before you make an order. That's the biggest mistake that we made. So moving forward, any larger scale set that I build off of Bricklink, I'm going to double check and maybe even triple check my parts list and make sure it matches up with the required inventory for the set. Number two is I'm probably going to order my parts new. Now that's going to add to the cost and maybe make it not such a great value, but just the frustration of having to sort through dirty, nasty pieces. You know, every time I look at this, I'm gonna see them. You know, that's just not very cool. So I'm probably gonna order my parts all new from now on when I'm building a set like this. So not only is this the first set that I have purchased, you know, through Bricklink and bought the parts, it's also the one that it's the first one that I've purchased that hasn't been completely new in box. So it's the only one that I don't have the box for. I don't have the minifigs for. When you take all that in consideration, I don't know if I would do this again. At least not on an official modular building. I may do like a mock or something that someone else has designed and I buy the parts, like off Bricklink. I don't think I'll do it for another official modular building just because these are so important to the collection, and I would just like to have all of them in their official form and also in better condition than what we have this one in today. So at the end of the day, we did save money. At the end of the day, it is the fire brigade, and it does look really, really cool. It's going to look great in our city. We're going to put it down there in just a minute, and we will be doing another city update here in the next couple of weeks. We will have some huge updates for that upcoming city update, so stay tuned for that. Be sure that you are subscribed and you have the bell notification hit so that you'll get updated and notified when we post that video. But let us know in the comments below, is this something that you have done? Have you ever built a set from Bricklink parts or from your own inventory of parts? We'd love to hear about it. What was your experience? What do you think of the modular fire brigade? Have you built it? Do you like it? What do you think of it? Comment below. As always, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And until next time, keep on building.